Like you've got writer's block and you just don't know what to write. Maybe you're working on a novel or a large project, but you're stuck and you need something to get the juices flowing again. Well, hi everybody. I'm Ricky Heller from rickyheller.com, and I'm here to help you always have something to write about, whether you're using it as practice or whether you're using it as the beginning of something like a personal narrative or even a piece of fiction that you're actually going to send out for publication. And I decided to start this prompt a day challenge so that I can show you how easy it is to find sources of inspiration for writing from little details and events that happen in your everyday regular life. So I'm going to pick something that happened from my day, share it with you, and tell you how I would turn that into a writing prompt. And the kicker is I'm going to write about it, and I'm asking you to write about it as well. That's my challenge to you. Take this prompt and write something, and then if you have a piece that's 1,000 words or less, send it to me, and I will provide a free edit as a professional editor. More on those details at the end of this story. So here's my little story and prompt for today. I was actually speaking with my podiatrist the other day, and she's very chatty, and I love to be chatty. And she was telling me a story about another client of hers who had been to a psychotherapist. And the problem was this psychotherapist, actually psychiatrist, wanted to prescribe pills for this person. And they felt that this wasn't the kind of thing that they should be treated with a prescription for. They wanted talk therapy. And so they ended up dumping the psychiatrist, who under our healthcare system is free, and they hired a psychotherapist for whom they had to pay just because they didn't want to be prescribed pills and they didn't want to have to get another prescription. So that got me thinking about this whole concept of psychiatry, psychotherapy, prescriptions, non-prescriptions, talk therapy in general, and what you could do with that as the germ of something to write about. And so there are three ways you can approach this. I like to give you a little bit of a cue for each of the three types of writing that I deal with. As a personal narrative, if you've ever been in therapy, you could just take that little core idea and write about something that happened to you in your own therapy or your own ideas about therapy. As someone who's been in therapy for many, many years, I have lots to say on that subject. If you're working on a nonfiction article that you want to submit to magazines or newspapers, you could talk more about therapy in general. Why is it necessary today more than ever before? Or what are the drawbacks of therapy? Or did you hear about a specific case that you wanted to expand upon? If you're working on a short story, a piece of fiction, you could also use this as the beginning of a novel, something that examines the intricate relationship between a therapist and a patient, particularly if it continues over time. I had a relative who once told me that they didn't want to go to therapy anymore because the therapist started to feel too much like a friend, and they didn't feel that it was useful at that point. They needed someone that they felt was more objective. Lots of novels have dealt with this general relationship. Take it, run with it, see what you want to do with it. And as I said, I'm going to hold a little, I guess, a little giveaway where at the end of this month, if you submit one submission to me each week, you can submit up to one a week of 1,000 words or less. I will randomly choose one submission by one of you writers and provide a professional edit in my capacity as a developmental editor and book coach. I have a PhD in English literature. I have been working with the world of writing and editing for over 30 years. Some of my clients have appeared in the New York Times. They've acquired top tier agents in New York City and beyond. So I'm going to provide a full developmental edit for your piece of writing. And that is just going to be my gift to you because I want to encourage people to write. And I want people to see writing as something that you can do every day, that isn't something that's difficult, that we can literally pluck ideas from the air and find things to write about. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you get out there and get writing. If you want a place where you can write among a group of other writers and have the accountability and have the community, each Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, I open a Zoom room for us to write together. We basically check in for a couple of seconds, say hi, then we sit down and we write in silence together. And then at the end, we say, how'd it go? So long, have a good day. And if you want that kind of accountability, please join us. I'm going to put all the links in the comments below or in the caption below so that you can submit your work to Ricky@rickyheller.com, and so that you can join us for the writing or subscribe to my weekly newsletter, email newsletter, where you get all this information in there as well in writing. All right. I hope you have a great time. Have a lot of fun with this one, and I will look forward to see what you write next time.